Hi, my name is Maria Flores,
My name is Alondra.
and this is our Borax Crystal Snowflake experiment. This is our beautiful board.
So the materials that you're going to need for this experiment is a jar, a pencil, some string, a pair of scissors, some food coloring of your choice, a pot.
Okay, and then you're going to use a measuring cup, pipe cleaners, tablespoon, borax, which is a detergent booster, aluminum, and finally boiling water. So now we move on to the procedures. First, you're going to cut a pipe cleaner that is 12 inches into 3 4-inch pieces.
And then you're going to want to twist them into a simple six-legged snowflake.
Okay, and then you're going to tie a string onto the middle of the snowflake to secure it.
And then you want to place your jar on a flat surface such as a table. And you want to dip the snowflake and the string into the jar. And what you want to do is make sure that the snowflake doesn't touch the sides or the bottom of the jar.
Okay, and then you're going to, if you have the problem that the snowflake touches like the sides or the bottom of the jar, you're going to make adjustments to your string and to your snowflake by trimming the legs of the snowflake and also the string.
And then you want to tie the other part of the string onto the middle of a pencil.
Okay, so while all this is happening, you're gonna have to boil some water to put into your jar. So at this moment, like, your water should be boiled and you're gonna put it into your jar.
And you want to fill it with 3 tablespoons of borax and a drop of food coloring per 1 cup of boiling water that you have.
So that's why you use your measuring cup. And then you're gonna simply just hang your snowflake in the jar.
And you're going to want to let it sit overnight.
And then in the morning, you're gonna have beautiful crystals. So you're just gonna take them out, and
Then you get to enjoy it like you did, Mr. Ho.
the green one that we made for you.
Yes.
So now we're gonna be moving on to the science behind this experiment. So chemical reactions happen all around you and inside of you. You taught us that, Mr. Ho. Scientists perform chemical reactions to change a compound into something else. Sometimes one compound is separated from the others. And one way that happens is a process called recrystallization, which is happening right now. This is when a solution of compounds can be dissolved in water hot water, and then it's cooled. As the water cools, it can be removed from the solution.
So borax is an example of a crystal. Crystal meaning a quote that we got from one of the sites that we used was a solid with flat sides and a symmetrical shape because its molecules are arranged in a unique repeating pattern, which means that every crystal has its own repeating pattern and they're all unique in their own way.
Okay, so why do the crystals appear as the mixture cools, and why do you get the crystals on the snowflake in the morning? So it basically has to do with solubility. That means that the largest amount of something that can be dissolved in something else. So an example of this would be dissolving the powdered cleaning product, which is borax, in water. The solubility of most solids increases with temperature. You know how the molecules speed up and all of that. So in other words, the hot water holds more crystals than cold water.
So that is because the heated water molecules move further apart, and this makes room for more of the borax crystals to then dissolve, which means that in the end, the result is the beautiful crystals that we did in our experiment. So now we're going to go over the results of our concluded experiment. So in the end, the crystals were able to form due to the hot water that allowed the borax crystals to dissolve. So the crystals just started to form and build up on one another.
Okay, so this experiment can actually reflect what actually happens in real life. Snowflakes follow kind of the same pattern as this. So as the water cools, the molecules and the solution move closer together and arrange themselves in their structure because they have limited space and they compact.
So this is a picture of our results.
Yeah.
Which you were able to get, the green one.
This is your green one, Mr. Ho. So that's how the jars looked. I mean, you might not want to use the jars ever again because the borax actually stays on the bottom.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah. And that is the end of our presentation, Mr. Ho.
Yeah.
Bye. Hi, my name is Maria Flores.
And my name is Alondra.
And our experiment is the borax crystal snowflakes.
The materials that we're going to need is pipe cleaners.
Then we're going to need string.
We're also going to need aluminum
to cover up the jars when you're basically done with the experiment. Then you're going to need a tablespoon for the borax.
We're also going to be needing a measuring cup.
Then you're going to be needing a pot.
We're going to be needing some scissors,
which are right here.
Yeah.
You're going to be needing a pencil for each experiment that you're conducting. You're also going to be needing
a jar, such as this one, to put the snowflakes in.
Okay. Then you're going to be needing any color of food coloring that you're basically going to need.
And we're also going to be needing some borax, which is going to help to form our crystals.
And finally, you're going to be needing boiling water, which is actually boiling right now. So we already got started with that. So now we're going to start our experiment. And the first thing that you need to do is with the 12-inch pipe cleaner, you're going to get some scissors. And then you're going to kind of cut it into 3 4-inch pieces, which is about this much. So you're going to have some difficulty cutting.
And the next thing that you're going to do is that you're just going to get them all together and you're going to kind of just twist them in order to form a six-leg snowflake. You're just going to stretch these out.
Okay, so when they start looking like an alright snowflake, it has to be like very simple. It doesn't have to be fancy or anything. So then after that, you're gonna get a piece of string, like for each snowflake that you're making. Then you are gonna tie it in the middle. Try to make it secure, so you might want to do a couple of knots just to make sure that the snowflake doesn't fall apart, so that the string doesn't come off. So like that.
The next thing that you're going to do is that you're going to want to place your jar on a flat surface. We have a table right here. And we're going to just dip the snowflake in and the string into the jar to make sure that the snowflake isn't going to be touching like any of the sides of the jar or the bottom of the jar.
So as you can see, like it is touching like the bottom and the sides of the jar. So like what you're gonna do with that is that you're going to trim like the legs and also like the string of the crystal snowflake with your scissors, so as to make that problem go away. So your snowflake is gonna be kind of small. So is your string.
I just want to kind of measure this out.
Next, with the other end, so you're going to get your pencil. Then you are going to want to tie it securely. So far, your your thing should look like this: the snowflake in the jar and the pencil hanging like that. And basically, after
We're going
that,
to be putting some water in that's boiled so that it can cover the snowflake that's in the jar.
okay. So Landra's gonna take us.
I'm going to take you guys on an adventure over here where you will see the boiling water.
I'm gonna want to be careful with this. So, okay, you can see. So basically, you're just gonna
Fill that up.
yep, about there, and you're gonna test it out. So yeah, you're gonna place the computer right there, and we're gonna fill up the other jar. Okay, so where we last left off, we were filling up the jars with boiling water. So we're gonna fill up Alondra's right now. So cautiously, without burning your hands, we're gonna go back
To our station over here.
Yeah. Okay, so what you needed the measuring cup for was to measure how much of the water you needed to fill up the jar. We have already done that, and as you can see on the measuring cup, that is about 1 cup of water. So approximately here is about like 3 cups of water. So that's important because you're gonna get a tablespoon. Here's your blue. Landra's doing blue, and I am doing green for you, Mr. Ho, because you wanted a green one. So we opened the box of borax, and the instructions say that you need 3 tablespoons of borax
For 1 cup of boiling water that we have here.
and we have 3 in each jar, so that means 9
tablespoons
of borax per
jar.
Yeah.
So, 1.
Don't overdo it either. But like
2.
the instructions also say that like it's okay if like some of the borax goes to the bottom because you put a lot, but be careful.
4.
Not yet. So basically, what you need is 1 drop of food coloring per cup of boiling water. So 3 cups means 3 drops. So we're gonna go with that one was better than. Okay, so
Yours will still look good, Mr. Hall. Do not worry.
we get each one of our little snowflakes, and the final step for now is to just hang them in the jar. Okay, so just to make sure that everything goes to plan, we're gonna just mix it a little bit. And so after that, you get your aluminum, and then you just try to cover it basically just cover it so dust won't get in. That's really the only purpose for the aluminum. And then you just let it sit overnight, basically, in a safe spot so the water doesn't fall or anything.
And in the morning you can take it out and you'll have some crystals.
Yeah. Which is our second part of the video, which will be filmed basically tomorrow morning. Yeah. So see you in the morning. Hi, Mr. Ho. So it is 6:49 a.m. Wednesday morning, and it's the day after we did our experiment. So we're gonna see how the snowflakes turned out, and we're gonna take them out of the jar. So yeah, these have already formed They're crystals, as you can see. There's the blue one. And then here we have yours, which is the green one. And yeah, it formed the crystals, and the snowflakes are done.